So in an interesting circumstance, the Hacker Tower's Game Pass has been leaked. Yes, the Hacker Tower officially now has a Game Pass. You're going to have to trust me on this, but because this is in Polish, but this is the Hacker Tower. As you can see here, you can see its icon, you can see its Hacker Tower. It's got the computer emoji here. You got June 9th, 2025, because that's the extension that Mentin uses, because yes, thank you Mentin for supplying me with this. Created, I assume that's in Polish, but you can see that this was actually created on the 9th of June, 2025, whereas currently right now, today's the 11th of June, 2025. So this has been up for about 2 days. Now, there's not really much to say about the Hacker Tower Game Pass in and of itself. We know that the Hacker Tower will now have a Game Pass. It is likely to be something similar to the Engineer Game Pass. You can see the icon for it. It looks very similar to the leak that we have for the Hacker Tower in the Roblox event. It's this red character, and some people still haven't got the message about the fact that the Hacker Tower is likely to going to have 2 tracks similar to the DJ booth, and in fact with the leak that the developers have provided us here, it's probably going to have 3 tracks. It's 3 tracks where you can swap between hacker modes, so you can swap between like a computer, a smartphone, and like a drone flying tool maybe. In any case, this is the red Hacker Tower here. You can see the red Hacker Tower here. It looks very similar, except this version here has a lens flare, a red lens flare on the eyeballs here, whatever these goggles are like, but it is pretty much similar. However, there is something about this Hacker Tower Game Pass that is very unique, and actually it's not the fact that it has high, but the fact that there is another Game Pass that was actually made about 3 minutes afterwards, that being Hello World. Now, as you can see here, it was created on the 9th of June, the same as the Hacker Tower, except this was created at 10:20, whereas this was created at 10:17. Furthermore, this was updated at 10:44, whereas this was updated on 10:47, meaning that this Game Pass does appear to be an actual thing that they're going to release, rather than an accidental purchase of the Game Pass product. Furthermore, the description of this Game Pass is actually different to the Hacker Tower's description. Here, it says hi, whereas this, Hello World, says beep, boop, bop. So it may be the case where this Game Pass is some sort of accidental Game Pass, and that the developers are trying to hide their tracks by making it a placeholder, given the fact that it also does not have an icon. This is the Roblox default icon for a Game Pass. However, I actually speculate that this might be a Game Pass related to the Hacker Tower, given the fact that the placeholders here, Hello World and beep, boop, bop, are actually kind of hacker related. Well, they're computer related. Hello World is being like the default thing that you see in Lua when you load up Roblox Studio with a script or whatever. So I speculate, in fact I conjecture the fact that this could be a Game Pass related to the Hacker Tower. What I think this could be is related to the skin that the Hacker Tower will get. Now, obviously, the Hacker Tower, it's not confirmed that it's going to have any skin, except it will. Remember when Below Natural said that the first 50 players, well actually the first 48 players, but it increased to 50 players, who beat the Hidden Wave will get the exclusive skin for an upcoming tower? Yes, it's actually very likely that this upcoming tower, in fact it's confirmed that this upcoming tower is actually the Hacker Tower, and these 48 people, actually 50 people, because the 7th team who triumphed the Hidden Wave had 2 people who had already triumphed the Hidden Wave and 2 people who didn't, so that meant that the last team, if it was actually the first 48 players, 2 of these people wouldn't have gotten this exclusive Hidden Wave skin, so the developers decided to bump it up to 50. In any case, those 50 players will now get an exclusive Hidden Wave skin that's related to the Hacker Tower, and what I speculate is that this Game Pass may include that skin that the people who got the Hidden Wave did, because a lot of people will probably say that there's a lot of unfairness, given the fact that some of these players are YouTubers, some of these players are development testers, and given the fact that Below Natural has confirmed everyone here is legitimate. We didn't cheat. We didn't have any insider knowledge to know how to beat the Hidden Wave. In fact, I believe the Hidden Wave was only tested amongst like 3 people amongst the QA tester team, and none of these people here had any access or any knowledge to beat the Hidden Wave. With that being said though, given the fact that this is a very exclusive skin, it may be the case where the developers make a very exclusive Game Pass product, as seen here. However, this is a Game Pass. I would have expected such a skin to be something similar to the Mako DJ booth or the Game Master Crook Boss, that being an ultimate skin whereby they have special effects and you're able to buy it with Robux, and you're also able to gift the item, not as in this case making it a Game Pass. However, I do think that the exclusive skin that the first 50 people that beat the Hidden Wave will get will be an ultimate skin. It will have like probably some cool special effects, and people are going to be ultimately pissed by it, given the fact that it is exclusive to the first 50 players, even though those first 50 players probably did it on merit. But even still, I think the skin should probably be like an ultimate skin. An ultimate skin that probably costs a lot of Robux, given the fact that it was only meant for the first 50 players. But I wouldn't want it to be exclusive to only 50 players. I would want it to be all maintainable by other players, probably with just a high price tag to make it seem very exclusive, even if it's to the first 50 players. And then we have the Hacker Gift developer product. So yes, the Hacker Tower will be able to be gifted as seen here. Now for the testing purposes, I'm going to assume that this 1 Robux here is a placeholder and the developers aren't releasing how much the Hacker Gift Tower would actually cost, because it's going to cost the same as the Hacker Game Pass, but the Hacker Game Pass isn't currently on sale. In fact, you can see that the developer product here, it was renamed from Hacker Gift, or whatever this is, to Hacker Gift. However, this is actually not the case. This Game Pass was made separately to the Hacker Gift Game Pass, actually developer product. So, actually, this is separate to this, and the description for this is high, same as the Hacker Gift Game Pass. So I wonder whether this one was actually an accident, and this is actually going to be the Hacker Gift developer products, given the fact that this is randomly titled and this was never changed, whereas the description also says hi, similar to the Hacker Gift Tower, indicating that this may be related to the Hacker Gift Tower. However, again though, this was actually updated at the same time that this Hello World Game Pass was actually made, or updated, sorry, meaning that it actually could be related to gifting or whatever this is. Again, could be speculation that it could be related to the skin that I mentioned previously, where you can buy it for yourself for a Game Pass, but you can also gift it to other players through the gifting system. Or alternatively, whatever this gives, which we don't know if it's going to be Hacker Tower related or something completely different, it could be a new feature that the developers have not told us yet. This could be for the Game Pass for yourself, whereas the gifting option, that's title for the developer product, that may be able to be gifted to someone else. And perhaps the developers haven't named this as such for what the feature is because they haven't leaked it yet, and by doing this, they're keeping it a secret. Now, the fact that the Hacker Tower is being released as a Game Pass isn't really indicative of how you're going to get to the Hacker Tower. It's not going to be like through some event on like Cyber City or something. It doesn't seem like it's going to be an event tower. It seems very similar to how you get the Engineer Tower, where currently you can spend 4,500 gems on the Engineer Tower, or you can buy the Game Pass at a discounted price to what those gems would usually cost. This has been in the game since the Engineer was added. When the Engineer was first released, it got a Game Pass. Interestingly, however, it's the only Evergreen Tower to cost either coins or gems directly that you can actually buy the Game Pass for. The other towers here, you have to have an all-maintainable method before you get them. So, for example, something like the Gatling Gun, you need a level to get that before you can purchase it with coins, whereas here you get to skip the level requirement, similar to the Cowboy and the Warden, where you need to beat a map before you can buy these towers. And then in the case of the Crypt Boss turret and the Mortar, you need to get those levels first before you can get them for free. And the Game Pass just lets you skip that. The Engineer is the only one where you can get it by getting to, well, I mean, to get into level 60 and then purchasing it with gems. So technically speaking, you are skipping the level requirement for the Engineer. Nothing's really confirmed about the Hacker Tower, if it's going to cost gems or if it's going to cost coins, if it's going to be level locked or not. However, whatever the requirements are for the Hacker Tower, if it's going to be level locked to say 100 before you buy it for like 4 billion gems or whatever, you can skip those requirements just by directly buying the Game Pass Tower, and then you can also gift it to someone else too, so that they can also avoid the requirements. This isn't always the case with new towers. So for example, when the Brawler Tower was added to the game, it cost gems, which is like 1,500 I believe. Actually, it cost 1,250 gems, but the developers didn't make a Game Pass for the Brawler. If you wanted to buy this with Robux, what you had to do is basically buy the gems for it, and before buying the Brawler with it. Similar to that, when the Necromancer was re-added, well, I say re-added, it was moved from exclusive towers to hardcore towers, and its gem price was increased slightly. But the Necromancer used to have a Game Pass back in the Halloween 2023 event. However, the developers did not re-add this Game Pass, unlike the Engineer, which after taking the Engineer Game Pass off sale, they decided to re-add it, given the fact that I believe the Engineer was making them a lot of money. And not having the Game Pass probably made the money that the Engineer Game Pass was making a lot less. So I speculate that when they add the Hacker Tower, they might add it as a gem tower, more expensive than the Engineer, and they're also going to make it a Game Pass tower so that they can take advantage of people directly buying it, rather than directly buying gems before buying the Hacker Tower. That, or the Hacker Tower has a level requirement, similar to how the Engineer has a level requirement of 60, and the other 3 hardcore towers have basically a limit at level 50, given the fact that at level 50, that's the easiest way to grind out gems. Yeah, you can grind out gems through the Hidden Wave, and that can be unlocked before level 50. But especially for the accelerator, because that is hard locked to level 50, these towers are effectively level 50 towers. Next, I'm probably going to talk about this in the update video, but the Ducky Revenge Battle Pass has now ended, meaning that you can't get any more eggs, and eggs don't drop in games anymore. So this was a thing that developers probably made that to end at 1 o'clock my time, or 000 UTC, on the 11th of June. And finally, the last thing that developers have said, or well, Profine has said, that there's going to be a 1-minute animated trailer at 2 PM tomorrow. So this is going to be an hour before the Hack Tower update is released to the public. 1 minute animated trailer. It's probably not going to be the Roblox trailer, but I believe for the Pizza Party or the Warden trailer back in 2022, when that was released, it had a 46-second trailer, so that couldn't be actually posted to Roblox, because Roblox only allows a 30-second animated trailer. So what was likely to be the case is that when the trailer is added to Tower Defense Simulator's game page, it's going to be 30 seconds, cut down to 30 seconds, rather than being a 1-minute animated trailer, which is going to be the public version that they see on Paradoxum Games.